Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be responding to a comment about the Pendragon cycle, specifically about the politics behind the Pendragon cycle. So let me just say upfront that I am not trying to drum up any kind of drama. So if this person is watching, please understand that I am just trying to clear up the air. Okay, so let's read the comment. Story time. I auditioned for this series 3-ish years ago. Was really excited about it. I love fantasy period pieces. The audition went well, but I ultimately didn't get cast. Was a bit bummed, but that's showbiz. Jump to now, I found out they cast a bunch of people based on their political presence online to entice Republican viewers, i.e. Brett Cooper. Makes me kinda glad I didn't get cast after all. So first off, let me just say that Brett Cooper is an actress. Even though she doesn't do a lot of acting right now, she is an actress. She's been an actress for quite some time. And back in 2021, she joined The Daily Wire, and she joined as a presenter. And obviously, she garnered a massive following within a few months. I'm not even joking. I remember seeing her growth, and I remember being so astonished by it. In fact, I was astonished that she joined the Daily Wire in the first place because I never expected them to even had someone like Brett Cooper. And of course, she garnered a lot of folk, uh, and mostly Gen Zers, mostly my generation. Majority of us don't really watch a lot of politics on the right, mostly because we don't really relate to a lot of the folk talking about politics. But of course, there are outliers like me, for instance. But obviously, majority of us aren't going to be interested or intrigued when it comes to people discussing politics that may not really represent the politics. I would say, I would say in a very hip manner, you know. But anyways, Brett wasn't only speaking about politics, she mostly spoke about culture. And that's why people loved her the most, because a lot of folk, especially Gen Zers, are really into the culture. And of course, to have someone like Brett Cooper talk about culture from a different perspective, that's fantastic. Now, obviously she's no longer with the Daily Wire. She has her own thing going on, but I'm not going to touch upon that. But anyways, Brett was obviously cast in this show because she has a large following and also because she's already an actress. So there's not much work they have to do to really prop her up even more. She's already an actress. She can really get into the role. Obviously, she had to practice with what do you call it? Accents, you know, because all the actors and actresses had to like practice with the accents. Well, most of them really, I guess. But anyways, Brett being an actress and having a large following is a plus for the show because that means that more people are going to see it. Even if Brett is in one episode, people will stay for the entire thing because obviously the production value is freaking phenomenal. And I watched the behind the scenes footage. There was no problems happening behind the scenes. Everyone really enjoyed working on the show. People would even say that. Even Brett said it herself. There was no controversies behind the scenes. So obviously, I'm happy that everything worked out well. And and obviously, let me just say that when it comes to the Daily Wire, yeah, most Republicans right now don't really have a good opinion on the Daily Wire, but even back then too, a lot of Republicans did not really like the Daily Wire. And I remember years ago, I would hear these opinions and I would always wonder why that is. And people would have a lot of strong opinions against the Daily Wire coming from the right. So, you know, Brett wasn't thrown in just to garner a Republican audience. She was obviously casted because, as I mentioned, she's an actress and also because she has a large following. Anyways, just wanted to clear up the air on that. Okay, so anyways, thanks so much for watching this video. Yeah, I tried making this video for some time, and wow, hopefully this does go up. And let me just say, if the person is watching this, once again, I'm not trying to drum up any kind of drama. I'm just trying to clear up the air because a lot of people, I have seen plenty of comments from multiple people on multiple platforms that are obviously claiming a lot of things, and I feel like, you know, it's easy for me to clear up the air on those comments. And, you know, hopefully this video does clear up the air. Anyways, have a wonderful day. Bye.